Hey everyone, this is your Lindapter Spotlight, and I'm Matt Kovchinsky with Lindapter. Today we're going to talk about girder clamp connections and what gets checked by the engineer and what gets checked by Lindapter. So let's start with Lindapter first. So as Lindapter, we're going to check the clamps are within the working range, whether it's LRFD, ASD, or safe working load. We're going to check the minimum thickness of the plate to make sure that it matches our test data. We're going to check the minimum trib width to make sure that the spacing is not too close together and you have adequate edge distance, which might be different than AISC or CISC, right? So we're going to have some different requirements. And if you have a non-prescriptive, something that a geometry that doesn't fit into our non-prescriptive that's in our catalog, you're going to need to let us know because we're going to need to make sure that that's adequate for that spacing. And then is the clamp suitable for the application? Meaning, do you need to have a longer tail, a wider tail, so that it fits over the slotted connections? Does it need to be adjustable, instead of using packers? Maybe you're using a slope flange and only certain clamps clamp on a slope flange member, the interior flange that is, so like on an S-beam or channels. Now, as far as what the engineer should check, the engineer is going to develop the loads and hand it to the Lindapter. So we need to know if it's ASD, LRFD, safe working loads. Y'all are going to do an additional check on the plate thickness. So if you have a point load between two clamps, we're checking it for the minimum clamp thickness, but the engineer needs to check it to make sure it's bending or stiffness, whatever they need to make sure it's not overstressed. They're going to take care of general member design, bending, shear, and axial load, and then also do all the local limit states on flange bending, web yielding. They will check to make sure that the suitable finish is chosen for the environment and the adjacent materials, and if there are any anti-vibratory requirements. So with that being said, I get some questions on anti-vibratory, so I always tell them, hey, whatever you do for a normal bolt, just do that for the clamping because it's basically just a normal bolt with big washers. So I hope that helps out today with a little bit of advice of what you need to check versus what we're checking. And until next time, this is your Lindapter Spotlight. Thank you.